Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Moneymaker Mornings with Paulette of Paulette Baker Consulting Services. So excited to be here before you this morning. I've got some great information that I'm going to continue. Let me get my little paper off the printer. That we're going to continue this morning. We've been talking about, on yesterday, we talked about the inventory forecasting, which I thought was is some awesome information that's going to help propel your resale business. Is going to help you to sell more of what is hot or trendy. And I'm just so excited about that this morning. Even for myself, I don't have the brick and mortar anymore. I still have the eBay. But even for myself, encouraging myself to look at those numbers, to look at my previous years, what I did, what did I sell? How much of it did I sell? And the great thing about eBay is eBay provides you those analytics. eBay provides you those numbers. And I was encouraging you guys on yesterday to, if you have an automated system, and it's going to take time and discipline to do this, if you have an automated system, you got to use that system to your advantage, because a lot of times we have these automated systems and we don't always use them effectively. They do things where they have things or additional programs within them that helps us to see our analytics and to see what's selling or what's not selling or what's falling flat. So that's what we're talking about on today. And let me adjust this camera here, because this one. Good morning, Kelly. Can you hear me okay? I just adjusted my phone because that one sits flat down on the little pad that I use. But anyway, I'm so excited about your business. I'm excited about my resale business. Listen, guys, this is going to be a great spring and summer season. The colors are great. If you continue to follow me on these broadcasts, I'm going to continue to give you tips and strategies and things that's going to help you to build your business. It's going to help you to bring in customers. And remember, our little dial here, these are the things that's going to make our resale store thrive and make money. Right now we're talking about forecasting inventory demand. Okay. And I'm going to jump right into it. I don't want to prolong the time. I was waiting for some more people to come in, but I'm going to go ahead and go with it. We talked about on yesterday, forecast inventory demand. And I'm going to just go over real quick what forecast or what demand forecasting is. It is the practice of predicting which and how many products customers will buy over a specific period of time. Again, if you have automated systems, most of the automated systems for consignment store owners, they have the reports behind the scenes where you can pull down these reports to look at your sales and merchandise from the previous year, for the previous quarter, for the previous month. You can look at those reports, and like I said, it's going to take a little digging in a little deep. It's going to take some discipline. It's going to take some extra time for you to do it, but it is worth it in the forefront. So that is what demand forecasting is looking at your previous sales, what you sold before, what didn't sell before, what colors were hot, and it helps you to predict what's going to happen in your upcoming season. Now, we talked about that, but that is not the only strategy. There's, and I'm going to give you, too, before I get off the broadcast this morning, I'm going to give you the, article, the name of the article, so that you can Google it yourself and you can take a look at it yourself. But we talked about the time series. Well, let me back up a minute. I'm going a little fast. I had coffee this morning. It's caffeine. I'm on a caffeine thing. Let me just slow down a minute. I'm going to give you 4 methods. I gave you one yesterday. I'm going to give you 3 more. I'm going to give you 3 forecasting methods and techniques to help you forecast what you're going to need for the upcoming season. Now, Does this mean that this is like 100% on spot? No, because sometimes, and it talks about this in here, sometimes we plan and we have our forecasts in place, and sometimes what happens is what? We get a snowstorm. I don't know if you live in an area where the weather, we have, um, you have harsh winters. Sometimes we have our forecasted, we have things in place, and something happens. I don't know, a snowstorm or something in the community happens that causes that causes an effect in your business. So you have to be prepared for that as well. But anyway, I'm going to give you the other three method and techniques for forecasting in your business. On yesterday, I gave you qualitative forecasting. And we talked about that being an estimation methodology that uses expert judgment. So based on, what you know about your business as far as the location, who your shoppers are, their age, a lot of things can play into place with the qualitative forecasting. So you want to couple that qualitative forecasting, you want to couple that with your reports. So when you sit down to do your forecasting, okay, you want to have your reports from what I did last year, what sold last year, what didn't sell last year, why did it not sell, and then you're going to couple that with your judgment and what you know about your customers. Okay, all right. The second method for forecasting is the time series analysis, and I think we talked about that already. Time series analysis comprises methods for analyzing time series data in order to extract meaningful statistics and other characteristics of the data. Time series forecasting is the use of a model to predict future values based on previously observed values. Okay, let me read that again. Time series forecasting is the use of a model to predict future values based on previously observed values. So again, you want to derive this information from your sales reports and such that you're going to pull from your automated system. Okay, so that's the time. It's going to show you different. In other words, let me just give you an example. You should be able to look at the spring, what you did in your spring months. And it may be a good idea to do this quarterly because I say that because sometimes, you may have had things to happen that caused sales to go up or caused sales to drop within your community. So if you do your forecasting maybe quarterly or maybe on a monthly basis, you can add notes to your reports to say, okay, this day our sales doubled because we had a community event on our street. We had a parade or we had something to cause our foot traffic to spike. So with the time series analysis, you want to keep up with your analytics and also things that may have happened during the different segment of time in those different seasons or different months in your business. I hope that's making sense to you. And I know it's like, okay, it sounds like a drag, but I'm telling you, if you do this, it will help you to predict. It will help you in your future sales. Okay, so that's qualitative forecasting and then the time series analysis. Then there's casual forecasting, and it says casual forecasting pays attention to the relationship between different events or variables. Okay, let's see. Examining causal relationships helps your forecast more accurately because you can predict and account for external factors that affect that demand. We just talked about that a little bit in the time series analysis. So in the casual forecasting, you want to pay attention to relationships between different events, maybe in your community. You want to pay attention to variables within your store, within your resale store. Let's say, for instance, there's maybe Kentucky Derby. Maybe you guys have a Kentucky Derby celebration in your community, and you happen to sell hats. I know every resale store doesn't sell hats, but I'm just using this as an example. So you know that at a certain time of the year, the Kentucky Derby, somebody sponsors this big, huge Kentucky Derby, and of course, you know, the women are looking for hats during the Kentucky Derby season. So you know, these are the different variables, the casual variables that you can pay attention to within your community and that's happening around in your neighborhood. It also talks about and this was really key here in this particular article. It talks about in the casual forecasting how you can put a certain item on sale in your store and it can spike a sale of another item. Let me just read this just to give you the example. It says when let me get to the right part here. Okay. Examining casual relationships, and listen closely to this now because this is very interesting. Examining casual relationships help you forecast more accurately because you can predict and account for you can predict and account for external factors that affect demand. When a retailer puts dress shirts on sale, and this is for men's department, but when a retailer put dress shirts on sale, they will likely experience an increase in sale in the t-shirts. So, you know, you got to think strategically in your business. So if you have men's clothing, if you're going to put your men's dress shirts for sale and you carry t-shirts, and this is just an example. I know that a lot of the resale stores, we don't carry new products, but you can just use this example. So if you put your men's shirts for sale, you know that probably the men t-shirts are going to spike because men like to wear a nice clean, you know, white t-shirt under their dress shirts. So he calls this complimenting. And then it says when a retailer puts one brand of t-shirts on sale, the other brands carried will suffer a decline in sales. So you got to be strategic when you are doing this forecasting for your business. So if you're going to put certain things on sale, or if you want to put certain things on sale, you want to be able to have that casual insight within your store to determine, okay, if I put this on sale, is it going to, you know, cause a spike on something else that matches with it, that goes along with it. Okay, so that's qualitative, time series, and casual forecasting. And then we have good morning, Sandy, how are you? Then we have simulation forecasting. Now, simulation forecasting is all the methods that we talked about mixed together. Okay, it accounts for both qualitative, quantitative insights to provide a holistic look or holistic outlook for your forecasting demand. Okay, so in other words, your reports that you pull down from your Consign Pro or Liberty or Simple Consign, whatever automated system that you're using, you want to pull down reports from those from the previous year or previous quarter or whatever, and you want to couple that with the qualitative forecasting, which means you understand what your customer demands are. You understand, you know, what things could or what's scheduled to happen in your community. You understand, you know, what sales and events that you have in your store. And then the time series analysis, remember I said based on events. You know, what happened last year and we missed the mark. You know, the Kentucky Derby, they had a big Kentucky Derby party or event and we missed out on it because the women came in looking for hats. Maybe it's not Kentucky Derby in your community. Maybe it's something else. But this is how we do the forecasting, the demand forecasting for inventory. You got to pay attention. You got to think ahead, but yet use your previous sales and numbers from the previous year to determine, okay, staff, okay, people, what are we going to do? What do we need to have? What do we need to ask our consignors for? What do we need to order from our wholesalers to help us be prepared for our oncoming season? Okay, so that's pretty much what this is in a wrap. That report, your external factors, your expertise, your experience from your business. You want to put all that stuff together. You want to sit down and brainstorm, or have a meeting with your staff, with yourself, you and those papers and those reports, and just sit down and study them. What has happened? Why do we make more money in April, and then when May come, we can't make any money? Or what can we do to keep our sales going as strong as they were in April? What can we do to keep them strong in May and June and July? I don't want to get too far out there, but this forecasting method, this how to forecast inventory demand for your resale store, I think is an awesome technique that you can use in your resale business, that's going to help you be prepared. Because listen, ladies and gentlemen, like I said yesterday, the days are long gone where, as resale and consignment stores, where we just set up shop and just wait for people to come in and just hope that people buy our stuff. No, 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 no. We have to be more effective. We've got to know what people are looking for. We got to know why they're looking for it. And we want to meet that demand. Okay, what time is it? I have gone 2 minutes past my time. Listen, does anybody watching this morning have any questions about forecasting inventory? And this is the other thing I wanted to do. Automated system, and you are not sure how to pull the reports or what you need to pull, you can call your if you have sometimes you can buy, you have the when you buy your automated systems, you have the additional support help. If you've got the support package, you can call the company that you purchased your automated system from, and ask them, hey, tell them, this is what I need to find out. Can you show me or give me the details of how to pull down this report? If you are a member of NARTS, the NARTS organization, National Association for Resale and Thrift Stores, you can go on there and ask in the group page and ask a question. If someone has the same type of automated system that you have, and if they could give you some help. Can you show me, or can you tell me how to pull down X, Y, and Z report? Okay, ladies, listen, thank you so much for joining me on Moneymaker Mornings with Paulette. If you'd like to know more about my business, if you'd like to know a little bit more about myself, you can go to my website at it's in the comment section. It's either above me or below, or you can follow me on my Facebook page, Paulette Baker, and then I have the Paulette Baker Resale Group private page. You can follow me there, or you can follow me on Instagram at Paulette Baker Consulting Services. I pray that you have a blessed and prosperous day in your resale business, and I hope that you will join me again on tomorrow morning. We wrap this forecasting demand up. We're going to go on to something else tomorrow morning. I'm going to look at my wheel. Where's my wheel? Okay. I'm going to look at my wheel. We're going to keep this business going. We're going to keep this money flowing. And we're going to come back with something on tomorrow for you, for your business. All right. Have a great Thursday. Talk to you again soon.